Craig Powers, ASUG News at Best Practices for Consumer Products, talking to Grant Sewell, Manager of Global Information Security Strategy at Scotts Miracle-Gro about cybersecurity.
Well, I think when we think about the data security landscape for a CPG company, we tend to be the fast followers. We're the early adopters. We try to bring in technology and embrace it very early on. And sometimes that technology is consumer grade, like an iPhone or like Gmail or something like that. And when we look at that, we don't always have the enterprise grade security that we need for our key initiatives like data security or protecting our formulas or things to that nature. When we talk about data security specifically for technology like the cloud, everyone worries about the data security aspects of it. Really treating it as an extension of your organization and leveraging the existing investments that you've already made is usually the best way to take that about. And then ensuring that you understand the shared services model, realizing that the company owns the data security for the data that's in the cloud and that the cloud service provider is responsible for the security of the cloud is the key best practice there. When we talk about measuring risk for these consumer and cloud grade services, the unfortunate answer is it depends. You really need to focus on the items that you already know about. So if you know that you've got a certain amount of workstations, a certain amount of servers, all of the things that you know, focusing on making those secure is really the key piece. And then it helps it make it a lot easier to actually identify those outliers. Don't worry about focusing on the attackers that you don't know or the threats that may not exist yet. Focus on getting the things you know secure, and that's the way to start. We tend to look at security as a roadblock, and really we need to change that focus. Just as we're disrupting our business practices, we need to be disrupting what our support practices are as well. Security can no longer be that office of no, and we really need to look at ourselves as the devil's advocate for how can we enable things in the business. That's the way I take my approach when I operate with my company, and I find it's very effective to really be able to innovate. We're not a heavily regulated industry for the most part, when it comes to technology at least, so we really need to look at how can we innovate just like the business is as well.